Hello, and welcome to the MindStrength program preview. Here at MindStrength, we believe that strong minds and bodies create happy, confident women and girls. So I'm here to share this whole program with you during this presentation. And here at MindStrength, we really cater to girls ages 8 to 18, as well as women. How this all got started is these girls. These are actually my girls. My oldest is 18. They're on the left. And my other daughter is 16. And then I have a 5-year-old girl. And this program was created 2 years ago, January of 2020. And quite honestly, it was because of my oldest daughter. She was very shy, very reserved, and had a lot of friends, just really struggled just even communicating with people. And so I wanted to kind of build her up in that way. And for me as a mom and my own personal self-development journey, I overcame those type of things and really put myself out there and met new friends and read a lot of personal development books and really changed my life. And I began to see amazing transformation in my mind and in my body, to the point where I actually wrote a book about my experience, and it's called MindStrength for Women. And as I was going through this process, I began to notice that my teen girls were struggling with the same things that I was struggling with. And so I wanted to offer them an opportunity to learn from the things that I was learning about. And so that's kind of how MindStrength for Girls actually started. I am a fitness trainer, so I love fitness. But I also love personal development. And so I kind of married the two of them and created this program, this idea, and I took it to my fitness manager at my gym that I teach at Brick Canvas in Lehigh. And she was like, oh my gosh, this is a great idea. And so basically what MindStrength for Girls program is that it's a strength and confidence building program designed for girls ages 12 to 18. And so first part of class, we work on strength training, do some sort of exercise or movement. And then the other half of class, we're working out of our workbook on mentoring, on different mindset skills. I'll be sharing those topics here in a little bit. But this provides an opportunity for these girls to create new friendships, create new skills, give them a different perspective on life to help build their self-esteem and to create a little bit more confidence. And so I want to share 3 girls in particular and their stories. This is Emery, and she has a condition where she finds herself a little bit shorter than the girls that are her age. And so for her, meeting friends it's really hard for her. She just has a harder time connecting, or she just feels like she's not a part of the group because she's not as tall as them or whatever. Like, this has just kind of been her story. And when she came to my class, she made sure that I was aware of that, and I'm grateful that she told me. But the thing is, I was the only one that knew about this. And so she came to my summer retreat, and the first night she was with us, she was like, I want to go home. And I was like, what's going on? And she's like, oh, some of these girls, like, I can already tell, like, it's going to be a really hard week, and I just really want to go home. And I was like, well, what's coming up for you? And she said, I just feel like I don't belong here. And I said, well, what makes you think that? And she said, well, I just feel like I'm just a nobody. And I said, is that because of your condition and how you've kind of created the story and this belief that you're not going to make any friends because you're shorter than them? And she was like, yeah, basically. And I said, well, you know what? I think what you need to do is you actually need to go out and actually share with these girls your condition, share with them what a day in the life of Emery is like. She got to the point where obviously she didn't enjoy going to school. She has to take a shot every night. She's had to just go through so many health challenges, and nobody knows these things about her. And I was like, what if you were upfront and bold with these girls and actually told the truth to them and said, hey, this is something that I've been dealing with my whole life. It's something that I struggle with, and I just want some friends. And I said, just ask for what you want. And so this girl at that night of our retreat, just like stood up in front of all these 18 girls and just like shared from her heart, this giant heart of hers in this little body, and just told all these girls about her experience and what her day-to-day life is like. And it was just so cool to see these girls kind of rally around her that week and just buoy her up. And it's just giving her that confidence and that personal power to just stand and just tell the truth and be real with these girls. Another girl I want to talk to you about is Grace. Grace is the oldest in her family. She wants to, get the good grades and make sure she's doing all of these things right in the world. And from the outside, she may look like she is really confident in everything that she does because she's good at what she does. But on the inside, she has, she had this fear of like, she really loves theater. And so when you're standing on a stage, you really got to like put on another character per se, right? And show that character. And it's been really cool to see her really embrace theater now and to be able to stand on that stage with confidence, to really express herself in a way that she kind of held herself back from, which is pretty cool. Another girl I want to share with you is Sam. Sam's there on the left. Her sister's on the right, Charity. They both actually came through my program. They actually drove an hour to come up to my class every week. They were committed. I'm grateful for them to be there. Sam had an experience. She was sophomore in high school, started getting rumors spread about her. It was spreading through all the different social media outlets. She felt like this rumor was spread all throughout her high school. It's a smaller high school in a small town, and just really, really hurt her. And of course, she knows the truth about this rumor, and it's not true. And so we had a conversation about personal power and how important it is that when you're faced with a situation like that, you don't want to give that other person your power to make you feel the way that you feel, right? And so I remember sharing with her, and we were kind of all just discussing about how, when you hear these rumors about you and you want to tell somebody like it's not true, there's the power in the words of just saying no, and like, no, that's not true. And then turning around and walking away from that person, or sending that text and saying, no, that's not true. Like you don't want to feed into their drama. And so by teaching her that you don't have to give your personal power away to somebody who's telling lies about you, like, the truth deep down inside of you. And so that was a really cool thing for her to recognize and to take ownership of, and to be able to stand on her own 2 feet and stand up to those people. So within the MindStrength for Girls program, there's a 3-part series, starting with the core series. The core series and confidence and connection all have 12 different topics. And I always would recommend starting with the core series, because the core series talks about these specific topics surrounding you at your core, like helping you recognize what are your values, how do you think about yourself, how do you feel about yourself, like how do you move your body, what kind of questions are you asking yourself every day, what kind of choices are you making, how are you standing on your own 2 feet with personal power, right? And so we have these discussions around these different topics each week. And then after they finish those 12 weeks, because we cover a topic per week, then they'll move into the confidence series. The confidence series just helps them, now that they feel like they've recognized who they are at their core. Now, how do they like embrace more of themselves and be more confident in who they are by, talking about courage, talking about their dreams, their goals, how to be more resilient, creating more self-discipline, being more competent, working hard, kind of things. And then after they finish those 12 topics, then they move to the last series, which is connection. Connection is working with topics about or surrounding belonging, conversation, leadership, education, forgiveness, serving other people. So, now that you feel confident in who you are, how do you go actually express that out into the world and connect with people that are around you? So this is just a sample of what the workbook looks like. This is the core workbook, and this is the topic on thoughts. And so you'll see there on the left, we have some reading material. On the right, we have space for reflecting and sharing. So these girls are answering these questions, but we're actually having conversations around what these topics are talking about and helping these girls go inward, go internal, really think about how they feel about these certain topics and have those discussions. And then I always leave them with a challenge, something for them to do that week to implement what they've been learning about that particular topic. And there on the right-hand side is within the journal, they have the workbook, is a journal. And this is just a daily journal that they'll just kind of analyze how they're feeling that day. This is totally optional. They can do this as part of kind of like a habit thing where they're writing down things they're grateful for, what they're reading, what they love about themselves, and then some random acts of challenge, like random acts of kindness type of challenges. So you can see the your challenge and other challenge to kind of get them outside of themselves a little bit. So that's kind of what the workbook looks like inside. Within the workbook, I also share tools. This is for a tool in the thoughts section on how these girls can help. I help teach them how to recognize their thoughts and take them through a cycle to help them kind of get themselves out of a negative thought. So after we have that mindset portion of the class, then we move into the movement portion. And these are all the different modalities of movement that are available for me to use at my location at Brick Canvas. I'm certified in kettlebells and TRX, but I'm not a yoga instructor. I'm not a spin instructor. I'm not a Pilates. And so I bring in instructors from that are my friends or Brick Canvas instructors, and they actually come in and share their expertise with these girls. And it's kind of fun to just get a variety of different people to come through. Also, going back to the topics, I actually invite guest speakers as well to come into the class. So it's not me just like always doing the educating on the topics, because when we talk about the health topic, it's more based around nutrition. And I don't consider myself a nutritionist. I mean, I understand food, but I don't feel confident enough to teach it to the girls. And so I ask a nutritionist friend to come in and kind of share that part. So here's some testimonials of what girls have had to say about my weekly classes. You see here, it's nice to have a set aside time each week to reflect on myself and what I want out of life, plus to learn how to be more self-aware and intentional. I've been able to create better connections with not only myself, but with other girls in the class. You can make changes you want to make. It's up to you to decide. And I really love the new ways of moving my body with all the different classes we took from great instructors. So I will be offering 2 days a week, Tuesdays or Wednesdays, of when you can choose to enroll. Like I said, here's the Tuesday option right here. Classes start January 25th. They run for 12 weeks until April 26th. It's $200 for the whole series. The confidence class, which is the second series, will come from 3 to 4:30. And then if you've never taken a class from me before, you will start with the core class, and that will be from 4 to 5:30. You'll notice there's overlapping time. And what happens is the first class, we do the mindset portion, and then the next class will come at the tail end of the first class, and we'll all do the movement portion together. So there'll probably be around 30 girls doing that, because I usually cap my classes at 15 girls per class. And so we'll do that movement portion in the middle. And then the first class will go home, and then the second class will stay and do the mindset portion. So that's why it's designed that way. And so that's the Tuesday times. And here are the Wednesday times. Wednesday is a half day for most of the schools in the area. And so the confidence class will start at 2 o'clock and run till 3:30. And then the core series class will be from 3 to 4:30. Now, if you find that these days and times don't work for your schedule, or maybe you, maybe the confidence time works better for you, and even though you've never done a class before with me, even though I recommend you starting with core class, totally reach out to me. We can make a special adjustment so that you can make sure that these times work. So I'll be sharing my number here in a second, so you can text me and give me some feedback on the times and days that will work best for you. So there's a QR code right here. So if you scan that with your phone right now, you can, it will pull up my class schedule. You'll see 3 different options if you're going to register for girls, women, or tweens, and you'll just click on that to register. Just ignore that bottom part. That was for my live presentation. I did giveaways. So what I'm excited to share as well, not only we just touched on the weekly classes, but now I'm offering a free girls' night out once a month on the 3rd Friday of each month. Now this is open to any teen girl 12 to 18. Whether you've been in my classes or not, it doesn't matter. Any girl 12 to 18 is welcome to come to this event. Like I said, once a month on the Friday, it will be from 4 to 6 p.m. So that way they can still go hang out with their friends afterwards. And so here are some of the options and activities that we'll be doing for the next 5 months. I'm going to hire a DJ and we'll do some dancing in the park. We'll do a video challenge to help them create their own music video. We'll do a photo shoot downtown. We'll have a pickleball tournament. And the last one is laughing yoga. Have you heard of laughing yoga? Oh my gosh, just Google it. It's pretty hilarious. Laughing is contagious. And they do this amazing thing where they tie in yoga with laughing. And so I'm really excited about that activity. I think it'll just be a ton of fun. So mark your calendars. I'll go back to the slide. There's January 21st will be our first event. And then February 18th, March 18th, April 15th, and May 20th. Okay. So that's, like I said, it's free. The girls just show up. They can bring friends. I will have them reserve a spot online, of course, so that I can get like a ballpark idea of how many girls to expect, but it is free. Okay. The second thing that I'm implementing this year is workshops. Workshops will be held on the first Saturday of each month. So I did one last December. It was on friendship. The cost is around $40. You can also join virtually if you're not close to me. You could also do a punch pass where you can get all 5 classes for $150 to come to all the workshops. They'll be 1 to 4 p.m. And here are the topics we'll be covering. This January, we'll be going over goals, habits, and vision, make vision boards. February, we'll talk more about relationships. March, we're going to cover an art project. April, we'll go into body positivity, and May is mental health. May is actually Mental Health Awareness Month. So I have plans for guest speakers to come into each of these. We'll also be doing a movement, some sort of exercise as well during the workshop. So this is also open to any girl, whether they've been in my program, our weekly program, or not. This is open to anybody, any of those teen girls from 12 to 18 years old. Okay. So here's a sample of a workshop packet that I gave them in December on friendship. And so you'll see we talk about friends and the different types of friends to kind of look for. So like I said, this just gives you a little sample of what each of these packets will kind of look like, just similar to like our workbooks that we have. So this weekend, January 8th, we'll be covering goals, habits, and vision. So there are still some spots available for this workshop. If you want to join in last minute, you totally can. And then the other exciting part, which I am so excited for, last summer, I held my first retreat. I did 2 sessions. This summer, I'm doing 3 retreat sessions because it was so popular. And I capped the retreats out at about 18 girls. Myself, I will definitely be to all sessions of these, and then I'll have 3 adult mentors, women mentors coming with me. And so these retreats are awesome because you get these 4 full days of like intentional time with these girls, covering a variety of different topics that aren't even in the weekly program. Okay, so this is additional things that we're talking about. We have a whole workbook even that we go through. We get out in nature, we swim a lot. We have this anonymous question box that we end the night with every night, where the girls can throw in questions in this box and we just sit and answer the questions. Anyway, it's just a really rewarding experience to have these girls all together. And so those are the dates that I have planned for the summer of 2022. But I want to share these 2 girls with you guys, and they're going to share their testimonial about the retreat with you guys.
I didn't even want to come because I didn't want to meet new people. So, well, not that I didn't want to meet new people, I was scared. Yeah.
I wasn't super excited because my mom it was like this or girls camp, and so it's this. But I'm like, it's a new experience, and I've done everything like before, so.
And during it opened up a lot, and I don't know, it was fun.
Lots of emotions all around, which I'm not used to. Hanging out with boys. But lots of emotions. It got really deep, and we make a lot of connections, so that was fun. It's good because now we have each other's numbers and everything. So.
And now I'm sad to go.
Yeah, and she was sad to go.
I didn't even want to come.
Sorry. So yeah, so those 2 girls they're so cute. But you kind of heard overlying theme is about connection and emotions, and that's definitely what the girls felt that week. A lot of walls were broken down and really shared from their heart how they felt about life and things that they were dealing with friends and things like that. So if you've never texted me before to my number there on the bottom, would you mind pulling out your phones right now and text the word confidence to my number? I will send you a survey just so I can get to know your teen a little bit more and just get some information from you. So if you wouldn't mind doing that right now, if you need to take a picture of it, go ahead and take a picture of it, and you can do it after you watch this. Anyways, so I do want to share 2 other programs. Not only we have the MindStrength for girls, but I have tweens and women as well. And so the tween version, you know, this came about after the fact because these women were saying, hey, I want something for myself. Like, this is really cool. Like, where's my class? And then they also say, well, I have a daughter that's younger that I think would be benefit from this experience too. So I created MindStrength for tweens. The tween version is set up a little differently in the fact that it's only a 6-week program because I only cover 6 topics. And it's some of those topics that the girls cover, but it's a very condensed version. It's not as elaborate as the girl version. And so I will be hosting classes at my own home for girls ages 8 to 11 years old on Mondays, starting January 24th. And it's only 6 weeks long. And those are the 2 times I have available. That first class, if you've never done a tween class, I recommend starting with core. But if that time, once again, if these times don't work and you can come to the later class, that's fine. We'll just make things work. But that's the only day that I'll be teaching the tween version of the MindStrength classes. Okay. And this just kind of gives you a sample of the tween book. A little bit I add a little bit more color and some more fun and more drawing, just because that's what those girls are used to. I still want to keep their childhood kind of nature. They just have a ball of energy, and there's just so much fun. So the MindStrength for Women class, I'm really excited about, because I actually wrote a book called MindStrength for Women, actually. And I started kind of like mentoring women like 6 years ago when I wrote my book. And then I kind of took a break because I really wanted to focus on my own girls. But the MindStrength for Women program is for women 18 and up. And I will be hosting classes at Brick Canvas on January 25th through the 26th. This is also a 12-week program, $300 to come. It's a 2-hour class from 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 in the afternoon. This is the only time slot I am providing this session, just due to my schedule and things. That's the only time I have available. But what's cool about what the women's program is going to be more set up like, it will still kind of start with like a kind of like that core series, but series 1 will be based off around these 6 different types of women. And we'll probably spend 2 or 3 weeks just like maybe on each topic, even like it just depends on how much content we get through, because us women, we like to talk a little bit more. And so you see, we've got the authentic women, the balanced women, heroic, inquisitive, healthy, and disciplined women. Okay, so that's the series 1 that will cover this first class. And then as you build on top of that, you can come into series 2, which I'll start again in the fall, about confidence, courage, fearless, empowered, productive, and passionate woman. And then in the spring of next year, I will be doing series 3, which covers friendly, adventurous, safe, creative, free, and the whole woman. Now, with the women's program, it will be done the content will be hosted online. So you won't have a physical workbook like the girls and the tweens have. And so, us women, we're busy. I don't want you just like feeling like you have to like read a ton of content. And so I have an audio clip in the online course. So think of it like a little podcast. So when you just listen to me sharing about the topic, over there on the right, you can see there's resources where you can read something, you can watch something, you can listen to something. Okay, so this is an example of the Authentic Women course. And then you can see here underneath there's all these different topics underneath the Authentic Woman, where she's living authentically, she's like the conversation flow. Anyway, there's all these different topics underneath what the Authentic Woman is. And then the second is the Balanced Woman. So that deals more around mental health issues, learning how to cope, being there for people, that kind of thing. So we'll go into discussions around that. So that's about the class. But I also host women retreats as well. And it's called Just Be. And this is 3 whole days of an experience you can have like away from your family, right? Like you've been to retreats before possibly, or girls weekends or whatever. But think of this one as more like we're going to cover those topics that I kind of just previously shared in the MindStrength Women class, but it's going to be more in depth when we're physically together for 3 whole days, because there's just a lot to talk about that we can cover. You see there on the left is my partner when we do these retreats. Her name's Susie in that blue top. She will be with me facilitating these retreats. And so those are the session dates that I have available. We do not do these retreats in the summer. These retreats are only done during like the school year time, just because moms were busy and we need to go with our families in the summertime, you know. So those are the dates that I have for the next 3 retreats, and we only take 5 women at a time. Like, it's a very small, intimate experience. So it's very limited on the number for that reason, so that we can really get to know each other on a really deeper level and to experience healing and connection and deeper friendship with complete strangers. Hopefully you don't know who you're coming with. So that's the women's retreat called Just Be. So if you scan my QR code right there in the top right corner, you're going to come to this page. This is the page where you go and register for the MindStrength for Girls classes, or the women's class, or the tween class. And so you can see all the dates, sign up, claim your spots so that we can start class come January 25th. So last part I want to share with you is, not only am I just teaching this, but I actually have other women throughout the state and in other states teaching this. I've created a whole online training that is available to women who are just love inspiring teens, who love to hang out with them and uplift them and empower them and help them to create change. You think of health teachers, coaches, fitness instructors, gym owners. Maybe they're looking for something to bring maybe even more revenue or get more people into their sphere of influence. This is a great opportunity. And we're looking for women who are growth oriented, confident, but who also can be vulnerable. I think the whole magic sauce around why this program is beneficial is because I give these girls permission to really be vulnerable. And like, I share from my experience what happens with me. And so then they feel like they can open up and share those same things. And so, like I said, I have an online training ready for you to watch all the videos at your own pace and to get the education you need to start your own classes and to start your own program in the community that you live in. So I want to share with you a testimonial from one of my mentors, Anna. She lives up in Ogden, Utah.
Hi, my name's Anna, and I'm a mentor for the MindStrength for Girls program. We do it up in the Ogden area, and it's been really fulfilling to be a mentor. I really enjoyed working with these girls, seeing the world through their eyes, and to study this content with them. There's just some really great stuff in the workbook, and the girls seem to learn a lot and really enjoy it. And then just showing them what their body's capable of through exercise, and then also talking to them about what their mind is capable of, and just building good habits with these girls has been super fulfilling so far. And I'm really grateful for all this program has to offer.
I think what made it cool is when she was talking about, sorry, I need to go back out, I guess. It doesn't want me like start over again. But when she said to see the world through their eyes, I mean, that's what we're doing. We're trying to kind of get at their level and to listen to them, to see what their experiences are like. So here is my homepage for mindstrengthmentor.com. You can go here to learn more about each of the different programs, to register, to find a class that's close to you, to become a mentor. It's a great resource. Of course, you can always message me for any questions you might have. We have social media platforms, mindstrength.for. It's either girls, women, or tweens on both Instagram and Facebook. So there's the women's. And then Brick Canvas is the location of my classes. It's in Lehi, Utah. It's actually really cool and beautiful space. And there's a lot of amenities that are there. We've got a cafe, a salon, and a spa, and tons of exercise classes. So come check us out. It's a great place to be. So if you have any questions, make sure you reach out to me at my number, 801-797-3100. And then one more last QR code, you can scan that to go to my registration page for any of those programs that you are interested in. But I would love to have a conversation with you to figure out if this is a great fit for your teen daughter, for yourself, or for your tween. I'd love to answer those questions. So once again, my number, you can text me anytime, 801-797-3100. Thank you for being a part of this and considering MindStrength in whether it be for girls, women, or tweens. Have a good night.